If you couldn't trump what's going on in your soul, verse 8 could have not been written. How could He have told you what to think on if it could not be done? But the devil wants to make you believe that your choices are out of control, your feeling is out of control, and your thinking is out of control, and that the only time you're going to get a break is when He gives you a break. And if that were the case, this would have read differentsoever It would have said, whatsoever things are true, honest, just, lovely, of a good report. If the devil gives you a break, think on these things. But it doesn't say that. It says, if there's any virtue, if there's any praise, think on these things. Meaning this, your spirit, you decide what type of choices are going to be made in this life. You decide what type of emotions we're going to allow to run in this life. And you decide what thinking gets let in or kicked out. Well, I was sexually active before I was born again. And Pastor, I regret that so much because now that I'm a single Christian lady, it's so difficult. It's almost like if I had just not even gone that way, I wouldn't be battling what I'm battling. Listen to me. The devil is tricking you. He's saying that because you had this experience emotionally and physically, that somehow you've exempted yourself from being able to control your choices. You know, I've actually had people tell me that. I got married as a virgin. I got saved, for real saved when I was 16, and never dated, never went anywhere, never did anything but God, never called anybody on the phone, nothing, ever nothing. And I would have single men in their 20s. As I was in my 20s, I got married at 27. Yes. Is it 28?
I was going to say, our birthdays and anniversary are right there, so I always mix them up. I think
Was it
we met
27?
at 27 and got married at 28.
Okay.
I'll think about
Whatever.
it.
The point
Really
was,
remember how
up
old I
until
am
the
now?
first 3 or 4 years of our marriage, I was a virgin. Got it. Here's what I actually had men in their 20s who were now born again and serving God. When I was 25, they'd be 25. They say, "Oh, you're so lucky." Why? Because when I was in college, I messed around with all these girls, and it's so difficult now that I've opened that area up in my life. And somebody said, "Well, Pastor, isn't that true?" Well, yeah, it's true in one sense that you've deposited seed and you've peeked over a fence that your eyes were never intended to peek over. You've looked upon a woman in a way that only her doctor and her husband and her God were ever authorized to view her. But don't let that fact seduce you into thinking that because of that, your choice is beyond your control. Well, I wish I'd never tasted alcohol in high school. Battle it. No. The devil wants to make you feel that because of past thinking or past emotion, you've lost control of choosing. Well, if your life was guided by your soul, you'd have no hope. But your life is not guided by your soul. It's guided by your spirit.